What's up, nerds? Let's open up the new Super 7 Reaction Plus figures from G.I. Joe the movie. We're going to start off with the weakest link in the chain, which is the Jinx figure, mainly because the face sculpt. Otherwise, I don't mind her, but all right, let's go ahead and check it out. We've got Jinx. She is Ninja Intelligence. Go ahead and read the file card here. Ninja Intelligence, codename Jinx. File name, top secret, primary military specialty intelligence, secondary military specialty finance clerk. Birthplace, Los Angeles, California, grade E5. Jinx studied and competed in 3 forms of martial arts from the time she was 7 until she graduated from Bryn Mawr. Upon arriving in Japan for a vacation, she discovered that her family had been ninjas for generations, and she was officially initiated into the clan. Jinx was recruited for the Joe team by Snake Eyes. The quote down below says, "Don't underestimate Jinx. She has been to the secret mountain and studied the 7 silent forms with the blind master. She has the eye that pierces, the iron hand, and the heart that waits. She can see through your deception, batter aside your defenses, and dazzle you with the strength of her will." So there you go. That's the file card for Jinx. Yeah, like I said, this is the Super 7 Reaction Plus. It is the O-ring figure from G.I. Joe the movie, the 1987 animated movie. So let's go ahead and open her up. So the G.I. Joe movie, I have a love-hate relationship with it. Whenever I was, 12, whenever it came out, I liked it. I liked it a lot. As I've gotten older, I like it a lot less, but still the nostalgia factor, it really holds sway over me. Okay, articulate. Number 1. Whoa, something fell. Number 1, face sculpt. Absolutely terrible. She looks awful. But that's okay because, the O-ring figures generally tended, especially the females, to look kind of awful. Let's see. Articulation. She has neck, shoulders, swivel arm battle grip, elbows, waist, hips, and knees. She does have the G.I. Joe logo right there on her thigh, just like she did in the cartoon. And yeah, I mean, not much else you can say about it. I do kind of wish they would have given her blindfold, because she did fight better with the blindfold. Every time she just fought with her mask on or unmasked, she sucked. And then she put on the blindfold and kick everybody's butt, which was really kind of cool. Let me see if I can get the weapon into her hand here. She does come with these batons, or it's like a practice weapon, practice staff that was broken in half and then flipped around and whooped everybody's butt with it. But yeah, so there you go. That is Jinx. The footholes are a little bit wide on these, a little bit too wide, unfortunately, for Tashi Station Emporium stand, so I've got to use a classic style G.I. Joe stand. So go ahead and put that on her, and bam, she stands right up. Comparing the original Jinx to the new Jinx, as you can see, same body type, of course. Darker red on the original vintage version. She also came with a backpack with 2 swords. I think the other sword is up on my display somewhere, but either way, of course, she does have the screw back there so you can replace her O-ring. Inevitably, it always happens. She is missing the black band on her foot right there and the black band on the wrist, but I don't think she had those black bands in the cartoon. I don't remember. I need to watch it again. Still kind of wish that she came with her blindfold. Okay, up next, we're going to go for the Royal Guard from Cobra Law with his axe and cloth goods cape right there. Just to make sure you're completely bored out of your mind, I'm going to go ahead and read the file card on this again. Bred and surgically enhanced for size, strength, and endurance, the Royal Guard of Cobra Law are responsible for the personal protections of Globulus, supreme ruler of the Hidden Valley and last descendant of the Serpent Kings. Encased from head to toe in organic insectoid armor, Cobra Law are impervious to any ordnance, up to a high explosive anti-tank round. Although formidable in battle, the guards tend to be tactically unimaginative and are relatively useless without close supervision. That's kind of brutal. There was an attempted coup in Cobra law around the time when the Emperor Hadrian was building his wall. 500 irate noblemen stormed the inner sanctum of Galobulus' summer palace and were confronted by just 20 guards. Galobulus slept through the entire incident. One guard was slightly wounded. Of the 500 noblemen, there were no survivors. That's pretty cool. All right. Reference to Hadrian's Wall. Nice. Okay, so yeah, the artwork on it is very cartoony. Like it a lot. I am going to compare him to the original vintage as well. So let's go ahead and open him up. Ooh, he comes with fancy silica gel to make sure there's no humidity, I guess. Pop him out of there, drop him on the ground, and get the axe out of there. Okay. All right, so the Cobra Law Guard looks kind of cool. He's very, very light. I don't know, these new Super 7 Reaction Plus figures, they just feel not chintzy, but they all just feel hollow. Like everything is just hollow, for lack of better terms. Okay, so articulation, you've got a little bit of neck. Ooh, he actually has a ball-jointed neck. That's a first. The rest of them all just have swivel necks. Okay. Shoulders, elbows, biceps, waist, hips, and knees. I find it interesting that he has a holster on his thigh right there. The originals did not. Paint apps are very unique for this. It does match the cartoon nicely, so it's definitely different than the original action figure. I do like the cape right here. It's a classic G.I. Joe style cloth goods cape that wraps around the shoulders. He also has his antenna. Unfortunately, I can't find my antenna for my original Royal Guard, but I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. He does, of course, come with his axe. And you have my axe. Get it on there. Don't break his thumb, because that would really suck. I got these directly from Super 7. That's the one thing I really like about Super 7. Actually, there's a few things I really like about Super 7. One of them being, whenever you pre-order a figure, you are pre-ordering a figure that will arrive within a week. So they don't mess around. You're not sitting there like you do with Hasbro for months at a time waiting for something to roll in. If it's on their site, you will have it in your hand within a week. I dig it. All right, so the cloth goods cape, also, you can't really tell. Well, yeah, you can. I thought at first that there was a pattern on there, but it's not. It's just really shiny. So wherever it folds, it actually picks up different shades. So it's not actually printed. It's a shiny cape. Okay, compare it to the original crustacean version of this guy. I gotta say, I like the original better. Yeah, the paint apps and the camouflage design are more cartoon accurate here, but I just like the crustacean armor that he has right here. I also have him holding Galobulus' weapon because Galobulus didn't carry one, and these guys just look kind of cool whenever they got their big old battle axe and a little laser gun. So, yeah, but I am missing his antenna, unfortunately. They did not also come with capes, so you will not find a cape anywhere near a Royal Guard from Cobra. La, 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 la. Okay, that's dumb. That was really the stupidest thing to come out of this whole debacle, was the Cobra Law battle cry. Again, the footholes are just a little bit too big for my Toshi Station Emporium stands, so I got to go with the classic G.I. Joe stand like so. Yeah, there we go. Okay, put them right there. Move this out of the way. Have to clip it and save it for my G.I. Joe command files. And last but not least, we have Falcon here. Now, the one thing I realized whenever I got this Falcon is I don't think I ever noticed just how much brown was on his uniform back in the day. Especially comparing him to the original version, which, you know, is bright green camo. Looked really cool, green beret. Really liked Falcon, the original version of Falcon. This one is, it's not bad. I want to say it's probably not my favorite out of the Super 7 Reaction Pluses that they've done so far, just because he looks like he's muddy. All right, so of course he's got his file card. File name, Vincent R. Falcone. Primary military specialty, infantry. Secondary military specialty, medic. Birthplace, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Grade 02. He is a first lieutenant. Lieutenant Falcon is a second-generation Green Beret. His father served with the 10th SFGA. That's the Special Forces Group Airborne. From its very beginnings at Fort Bragg's Smoke Bomb Hill, Falcon was cross-trained in demolitions and served briefly with the 5th SFGA Blue Light Counterterrorism Unit as an A-Team XO. He is proficient in Spanish, French, Arabic, and Swahili, and a qualified expert with most NATO and Warsaw Pact small arms. Green Berets are specialists in training and leading native insurgents. Native insurgents are usually primitive tribal peoples who respond to 2 types of leadership. You can bully and overwhelm them with superior firepower and GIDDE technology, or you can bite the head off a snake, chug-a-lug the local beverage, and yell, "Follow me! Falcon is a snake biter if ever I saw one." Those quotes are usually from General Hawk, by the way. No mention at all of him being Duke's half-brother like he was in the cartoon, because he was not Duke's half-brother in the comic book. He was just a Green Beret that, Jesus, I think I saw him in maybe 4 comics. He did not have a huge presence. Unlike the cartoon, of course, the movie, he made his debut, and then in the following DIC cartoon, he was just kind of a joke who ended up getting addicted to drugs, and it was just bad news all around. If there was something to screw up, Falcon was the one to do it. Okay, all that aside, let's go ahead and open up the figure and check out what's inside. Now, this one comes with a backpack, where the other 2 did not. He is in there. Good grief. I feel like I'm going to tear his O-ring in half just trying to get him out of here. Good God. Okay. Well, he's out. And the shotgun. Good Lord. Is now on the ground. Okay. Here we go. Lieutenant Falcon. Voiced by, of course, none other than Don Johnson in the old cartoon movie. All brown, little patches of green here and there. I feel like I gotta rewatch the movie. I've only seen it, 2 dozen times at least. Articulation. You've got swivel neck, shoulders, elbows, really stiff elbows. It's got swivel arm battle grip, waist, hips, and knees. Okay, he also has his backpack that is removable. I don't know why they actually chose to put it on his back in the package, but that's okay. Still looked pretty good. All right, he does come with his classic shotgun. Go ahead and put that in his hand, and then we'll compare the 2. All right, so there we've got the Reaction Plus animated version of Falcon and the original Falcon from the G.I. Joe Real American Hero line. It does not come with his knife, unfortunately, but, otherwise he looks pretty good. I still prefer this one. I like the brighter green color. I like that camouflage better than the brown. Plus, it's really hard to see what his patches are there on his sleeves, but that is all right. Still a pretty cool figure. Not as cool as this one, but not bad. Again, peg holes, unfortunately too big for the Tosche Station Emporium stands. So we're going to go ahead and put it on a classic G.I. Joe stand and put him right here next to his associates. Just yesterday, I put the Once a Man Cobra Commander figure on pre-order, so I should have him by the end of the week. Hopefully, then, I can do a nice review of him. G.I. Joe 87 movie collection will be complete until they release more. I'm hoping for a Big Lob and O-ring. I tell you, I've got the 25th anniversary style Big Lob, but I need the O-ring Big Lob. Okay, so that's it. The G.I. Joe Super 7 Reaction Plus action figures. Thanks a lot for tuning in, everybody, and as always, keep it nerdy.